Hey Nerf NSE, it's Duke Winwell here, and this is my Breasted Paramedic. You heard me right, I said Breasted Paramedic. That is an anagram for Stampede and Barricade. It's the best anagram I came up with, so I'm sticking with it. Breasted Paramedic. Okay, obviously you guys have seen this before, but I finally finished it. Thus it gets the new name christened the Breasted Paramedic. Lovely. So it's finally finished, and I'm going to go over all the internal modifications. So for the Stampede, I put in a 9 kilogram aftermarket spring. I removed the AR, obviously, just like all blasters I do. All of the mechanical and electrical locks have been removed. So that means you can open up the jam door and fire it, and you know. So all the locks have been removed. This is a dummy switch. You don't need to have this on. Just pull the trigger and it fires. I replaced the O-ring in the plunger tube for a tighter seal. I greased up the plunger tube for a tighter seal. I plugged the air release hole in the plunger tube for better performance. And I just cleaned up the wiring system. So basically completely overhauled it. It's working great now. The Barricade. I replaced the motors with the same motors I use in my Strifes, so it's running excellently. I coated the flywheels. I built them up about 2 millimeters to just grip the darts better and fling them further. I removed all the mechanical and the electric locks just to allow for all functions to be able at the same time. I guess the only lock I left in is the on-off switch. That's not really a lock though, just, you know, because if I took that out then this thing would just rev constantly and drain your batteries, so that's not good. So that's the only switch. I removed the jam door right there, no jam door. I cleaned up all of the wiring, just made it shorter, made it sweeter, just cleaned it up, gave it an overhaul. Oh, excuse me. And then the trigger and the dart rotation spring, both of those springs have been shortened to allow for smoother operation, and I think it works great. Cosmetic modifications. Not really anything on the Stampede. However, for the Barricade, I cut off the top of that. Oh, no. I cut off the top of the Barricade because it looks stupid. I removed the jam door. I cut off this nub here to allow for the Stampede darts to be unimpeded. And then I painted it. I'm not a professional painter. There are flaws in the paint job, but this is not a showroom piece. This is a highly modified performance blaster. It's all about performance for me. I don't care what it looks like. I painted it to hide the integration, and that was pretty much it. Just hide the integration. Yep. So that's that. I also added a couple lasers since I got all of those in from China. I added a few lasers. I say a couple because there are 2. Right. The lasers are right up front, there they are. The switch for the lasers is right there. The battery pack for the lasers is in this section. You just unscrew your single screw and pop it out and change the batteries. And that's pretty much all the modifications. I guess I'll show you it firing to you guys. So, let's go over here. Okay, this is going to be tricky to do this one-handed, but let's go with the Barricade first. So let me turn on, there we go, lasers on. Obviously it's not a true laser sight, see the lasers right there on the box, because it's a Nerf gun, obviously. You can't really sight it in because the darts are so wild, but they are straight ahead. They show you exactly where you're pointing, and they are decent at close ranges. So let's get this Barricade up and running.
The barricade is extremely loud with those new motors in it, so that's pretty fun. Here's the Stampede. It's still fully automatic. I dry fired the last one. Oops. Okay.
So guys, that was the Breasted Paramedic. Ranges, I don't have any official ranges. I haven't taken it out and range tested it. I shot it in my dormitory hallways. I'm saying I'm getting right around 80 feet. Excuse me. And that's obviously level, because I can't angle it with the hallway. Okay. I'd say the Barricade is actually outperforming the Stampede just by a little bit, because I just did so much work to the Barricade. It's great with the new motors and everything. It's fantastic. I will be selling it, like I said, so check the description box for a link to eBay. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys would like to own the Breasted Paramedic, it can be yours for, I don't know, I think I'm going to have it on bid. So you guys, it depends on you how much it goes for. Yeah, I've got, have around $70 in parts, just parts, in this blaster. So it was not a cheap build, and then obviously all of the labor. Yeah, I'd say it's skilled labor. Not too skilled, but you have to know what you're doing. If you don't, you're just gonna mess it up. I've seen people posting things on Nerf forums like, "Oh, look at my awesomely painted blaster. Oh, I messed up the internals though, so it doesn't fire." Well, what good's a paint job? Just when I hang it on your wall, that's stupid. So this thing is performance ready to go out in the field. It's ready to make you the best nerfer around. So, hope you guys like it.